Salam Namaste. Welcome to Gita Motivation. In my previous video, we learned that Yagna means sacrificing every single idea of social validation and performing actions to live our purpose. Now, the second pillar of success and happiness is Sannyasa. This is one of the most influential concepts in Gita philosophy. It can bring amazing positive transformation to our lives. Just to clarify, I'm not talking about this sannyasa. This is impractical, it is extreme. Bhagavad Gita does not talk about this at all. Sannyasa, in short, means work without attachment to the results. This is actually liberating. Almost all the time, our disappointments stem from the belief that I must get a specific result for my work, otherwise all my efforts are wasted. This is a root cause of our disappointments, distress, stress, depression, even suicides in some cases. In second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Samkya Yoga, 49th verse, Sri Krishna Paramatma says, Durena hevaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanam anvicha krupana phalahetavaha. O Arjuna, work with attachment is far inferior to nishkama karma, meaning desireless action. So take refuge in desireless action with equanimity of mind. Those who work for fruits and rewards are wrecked. What is desireless action? An action which we performed without attachment to result. This does not mean to give up on the result. It does not mean not to focus on the result. Results are very important. They are actually guiding tools. They tell us which direction to take at various points of our life. In desireless action, however, we do not get emotionally attached to the results, because when we are emotionally attached to results, they influence our minds very deeply. We begin to value ourselves, value our status, our capabilities based on the result. For example, we begin to value ourselves based on how rich we are financially instead of how happy and fulfilled we are. You see, this can be very misleading. They also have very deep influence on our emotions to a level that they compel us to change our behavior. For example, acting arrogant in success and feeling depressed, and feeling like committing suicide in failure. Two extremes, because we made results our primary and sole measurement for success and happiness instead of using them as a guiding tools to achieve fulfillment and happiness in our life. There is another interesting thing about result. They don't come to us the way we expect, and they don't come to us in time frame we expect. That's why Sri Krishna Paramatma states that those who work for fruits and rewards are wrecked, they are destroyed, they are ruined. If you make reward your sole objective of life, you are inviting nothing but distress in your life. Instead, if you shift your focus on action, now everything changes, because action defines who we truly are. They define our authentic personality. They also encourage us to perform better every single day of our life instead of putting us on emotional roller coaster. This applies to all parts of our life. Personal, social, financial, physical, and mental. One good example is favors we do to our friends. We always expect something in return, at least a gesture of gratitude. Thank you, right? Some of us actually remember favors so that they can ask return favor in future. The problem is most of the times people are unable to return favors, and that disappoints us. Seriously, should I ruin my day because of the incapability of some other person? Instead, if we shift our perspective, if we say, I have done this favor because that's who I am, I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I did it on my terms at my convenience for the sake of my values, for the sake of my character. I don't expect anything from him. Now you are now you are displaying your true authentic nature. Now you are taking pleasure and joy in actions, not in the result. This applies to all parts of our life. For example, you are in a job and you're expecting appreciation from your boss. Now you are giving a very bad signal that I depend on you for my work satisfaction. If we didn't get appreciation from boss, we feel like we have not done our job properly. Really? Is this a criterion to measure our success at work? No. This belief system that I am defined by the result of my action causes great deal of distress on young generation, particularly students. It is also one of the causes for suicides in them. I must pass this exam or I have no value. I must get the rank or I have no value. I must get my dream job or I have no value. I must become a doctor or I have no value. I must become successful at business or I have no value. This ideology narrows down your vision to few worldly achievements. It stops you from enjoying the true spirit in action. For example, taking pride in ranks instead of finding happiness and joy in the process of acquiring knowledge. Huge difference, right? Finally, and most importantly, you can find fulfillment only in action, not in results. This is true, this is real. Results can bring happiness or make you sad temporarily, but at the end of the day, it is your efforts that make you feel fulfilled. So do not get emotionally attached to results. Use them as a guiding tools to live your purpose, to achieve fulfillment and happiness in life. I'll meet you in my next video with the third pillar of success and happiness, where I will discuss how to improve actions and how to deal with different types of results. Until then, implement this real concept of sannyasa in your life. You will see an amazing change. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Jai Hind.